All right, guys, thank you so much for being with us here tonight. And we're going to go ahead and share with you some very, very powerful information, okay, that I realize that you guys need as starting out. You know, you guys may have swipe trades right now or swipe coin or one of these different apps, but maybe you don't know how to input the trade. Have you ever ran into an issue where you don't know how to input a trade, or maybe you don't know, how to change your stop loss? If that's ever happened to you before, drop a 111 in the chat if you've ever had questions about how do I even copy a trade, right? Like I get this notifications, but I don't know how to enter it on my MetaTrader 4. I don't know what this means. How many of you guys have ever had questions about what is a sell stop? What is a buy stop? What is a sell limit? Anybody ever had questions on that? Well, I'm going to share some information right now that's very, very important. It's basic, but it's very important for you guys to understand it. If you've got Swipe Trade, Gold Cup, okay, or Swipe Coin, they're going to send you a trade notification. That trade notification is going to have three basic pieces of information and really five. You could say it's really five basic information, but three sets of numbers, okay? And let me start off by telling you the two main things that you have to pay very close attention to when you're taking a trade, okay? Number one is, what are you trading? Pay attention to, is it USD JPY, okay? Is it gold? Is it XAU USD? Is it Bitcoin? What am I trading? So when you go to your MetaTrader 4, you got to make sure that at the top of your MetaTrader 4 is the pair that you want to trade. Very, very important. Okay, so what are you trading? Then it's going to tell you the type of order that it is. Okay, now the main order, guys, that I'm working with, that experienced traders work with, is what's called a market execution. Now, who wants to tell me what a market execution is that's not an experienced trader? I want you to go ahead and drop in the chat, what is a market execution, right? Because this is the type of trade that you're doing at that moment, okay? And I've noticed that some of you guys also have a button that'll say instant execution. Both of those are the same thing. Andre's got it. Market execution or instant execution means you're taking the trade right now, not tomorrow, not in an hour, not in 5 minutes, right now. Okay, so that's very important to know. So what are you trading? What is the trade coming in? What is the pair that they're telling you to trade? Then what type of trade is it? If it's a market execution, you're going to be looking at the numbers that it's giving you for the entry point right at that moment. Okay, very, very important. That number, guys, has to be very close, within 5 pips or so. Okay, if it's Bitcoin, you can probably do, 10 or 15, even 20 pip difference isn't going to hurt you too much. Okay, but on most pairs, you got to make sure that when you get that swipe trade alert, swipe coin alert, gold cup alert, that you're within the proximity of where price is. So for instance, you can take the ruler on TradingView and you can measure up, hey, look, right there, that's about 5 pips. You don't want to be beyond that, or you might get into a trade early or late. Okay, so just pay attention to the entry point when you're getting in. So you've got something called a market execution, is the type of trade that you're taking right now. And you're going to know what pair you're trading, and you're going to make sure you're trading that by looking at your MetaTrader 4. Now, let me talk to you about this real quick. How many of you guys have ever been confused about the difference between a buy stop, sell limit, or buy limit? Has that ever confused you before? Because I'll tell you something, I would see these coming in and I would do it, but I didn't even know what it stood for. Has that ever happened to anybody here? Well, what I wanted to do is go ahead and give you clarity on what that means. So let's say you get a trade and the trade says it's USD JPY, just like what's here, okay? We're trading USD JPY. But instead of market execution, which is right now, what if it gave you a buy stop, sell limit, or buy limit? Well, here we go. Very simple stuff. A buy stop is actually not a stop at all. It's actually a continuation, okay? So the way I like to remember it is, picture it's a stop sign that you blow past. So you didn't stop. You saw the stop sign, but you blew past it. You might get a ticket from the cops if they catch you, right? A buy stop means price is going to go up. And when it hits a certain limit, your trade's actually going to initiate. Now you're in the trade in the hopes that the price is going to go up in value. If that makes sense, drop a 777. A buy stop means that it's not going to stop. It's actually going to get to your price and it's going to keep going in that direction. If you understand that, drop a 777. If you have a question, drop that question. Now, if it's a sell stop, the sell stop is the same exact thing, but in the opposite direction. So for whatever reason that they called it a stop, it's not a stop at all. It's actually a continuation. So a sell stop means it's going to go down in price, okay? But it's going to continue going, and now that is a sell stop. So this would be the price that Swipe Trades gives you, that, you know, Swipe Coin gave you, that Gold Cup gave you, but it's not a stop, it's actually a continuation. So a buy stop means price is going to go up from where it currently is, initiate the trade, and it's going to continue upward. Sell stop means price is going to drop from where I'm at, it's going to initiate the trade, and it's going to continue on downward. If you now understand what a buy and a sell stop is, drop a 111. And if you do not, drop your question now, and I will answer that question in regards to a buy stop or a sell stop. Awesome. Now, limits, I remember getting pretty confused about limits, because the limit is basically implying that direction of the trade is going to go up first and then it's going to reverse. And what your limit is going to do is it's going to get you in the trade right at a certain point. Okay? We would call, you know, this would be your entry point right here, to give you the example. Okay? Or your entry point right here. So a sell limit actually means that it's expected for price to go up first. It's going to hit your price. The trade's going to start on MetaTrader 4, and you're hoping that price is now going to come down and you're going to catch those pips. Okay? So sell limit means it goes up first and then it sells. Buy limit means it goes down first, it initiates down here, and now it goes up in price. That is a buy limit. So a buy limit means it's actually selling first, it's dropping, but once it gets to a certain number, now is when your MetaTrader 4 is going to enter the trade and then go up. If you now understand what a sell limit and a buy limit is, please drop a 222 in the chat so I know we're on the same page. And if you have questions, go ahead and ask me now, and I will go ahead and answer those questions for you. So sell limit is like so a buy stop is a continuation. A buy limit means it's bouncing off of a certain price. A sell stop is a continuation. A sell limit means it's going to hit a certain place and then drop. Okay? Awesome. So remember this, guys. A stop is a continuation. A limit means it's going to hit a certain point, reverse, and then go into a different direction. Okay? Very important. I'm going to drop the graphic of this in the chat in a little bit. Now let's go back here. So what are you trading is first. Then it's the type of order, which is what we just covered. Okay? Type of order is buy stop, sell limit, buy limit, or market execution. Let's say you just got a trade and it's a market execution trade. It means you're going to get in it right now. Here I'm going to give you the example of UJ. Okay? Let's say that this was the entry price. Now, forget these candles here, guys. Okay? Forget these candles right here. Pretend that this was your entry point right here. okay, for this example. So let's say the entry point was 108,652, okay, which is this red line right here. It's telling you to sell, okay? Market execution, sell, okay? Sell means what? It's going down, okay? Sell means it's going down. So you enter here and your stop loss is here. Now, why is it important, guys, to always have a stop loss? Somebody put it in the chat. See, they're going to give you an entry point and then they're going to give you a stop loss. This stop loss is so that you protect your account, right? Yes, risk management. So your stop loss is going to be a number in the opposite direction of what you want the trade to actually do. So remember, you actually want to catch these pips. This is a sell limit or a sell execution. So you actually want the price to drop down here. But we're going to put a stop loss in the opposite direction so that we protect our account, okay? Yes, don't risk more than 3 to 5% per trade, okay? Very, very important. So they're going to give you a stop loss. You enter that. Look at these numbers. All you need on MetaTrader 4, guys, are 3 numbers. Stop loss, entry point, which is where you get in the trade, and take profit, where you get your money out the game. Okay? If this would have been an actual trade, we've got this little tool here that says short position or long position. Who wants to tell me what the word long means and the word short means? That's not a veteran trader. It means you just started in the last 60 days. Who wants to tell me the difference between long and short? Camilo says long buy, short sell. Great job, Camilo. You got this, okay? So here, the risk to reward ratio, guys, is about 2, right? 2.02. So you're going to actually make twice as much than you would lose if it went into the opposite direction that you wanted, okay? Now, you're going to have stop loss, entry point, and take profit. If you guys enter these numbers in your MetaTrader 4 app, guess what? You're going to be able to make money. You're going to be able to get your money out of the trade, and it's going to hit your take profit. You guys are good to go. You could do this while you sleep. You could do this while you go to work. You could do this from anywhere if you've got these 3 numbers entered, okay? Now, I want you guys to pay attention to something. Let me maximize this here. Who wants to tell me what happened right here? If you would have entered your take profit as this, what do you guys see that happened? Those of you that have been studying, what do you see that actually happened here, guys, with your actual take profit right there? What do you guys see there? What do you see that happened? What happened right up in here? Who wants to tell me? Andra says support. Yes, Andra, you're very right. But if you would have entered this on your MetaTrader app, guys, and this happened, and this red line is your take profit, yes, Camilo, there's wicks. Did the wicks touch your take profit? I want somebody to, okay, Brenda says no. The wicks did not touch your take profit. So here's the question. If you're not paying attention to your MetaTrader app and you're not paying attention to your trade, and Swipe Trades calls out this trade, and this trade comes all the way here, and you notice that it didn't hit the take profit by 1 or 2 pips, what should you do? Somebody put in the chat. What should you do if you see that it didn't hit the take profit, but it was very close? Exactly, guys. You close the trade, okay? Do not wait around. Yes, take the bag. Don't wait around, guys, for this thing to do it for you. If you've already made your percentage goal for the day, 3%, 5%, right? 10%, 20%, maybe you hit a certain amount of money. Maybe you made $100, right? Now it's going back, right, guys? It's going back. And now maybe instead of $100, oh my gosh, I'm down to $97. Close the sucker up and take your trade, take your money. Why? Guys, the market is designed to take your money. So look, comes down and then it starts shooting back up. Look at this, okay? Look at that. By the way, I was in this trade on Friday and I got out, okay? But I already made my money. Came back. Now, it can drop again. It could, maybe. But the point is, if you guys notice that your take profit isn't hit, take your money out the game, okay? Mario says it happened a few times. Yeah, it happens, guys, okay? Now, let me teach you guys how to manage your trade. Who's ready to learn how to manage your trade, okay? Exactly, Camilo, exactly. So let's say you're in this trade. All of a sudden, you're seeing blue on your MetaTrader 4, you're in profits. Let's say you get about halfway, all right? So let's say right in this area right here, okay? You know what you can do now is you can go into the trade and press modify trade. When you modify the trade, look at what you can do. You can now make your entry point, your stop loss for a break-even trade. How cool is that, guys? You don't have to keep your stop loss in a loss. You can trail your stop loss and now it's at break-even. So by the time that you're halfway through, at least 20, 30 pips, right? Now put your stop loss at least break even. And if I like how much money I've made, guys, guess what I did, okay? I start taking half of my profits out the game. So if I have $1 a point, $1 a pip, you could take 50 cents a pip off. When you go to modify the trade in your MetaTrader 4, it asks you the amount on the top, how much you want to close up. You could close half your trade up and now let the rest ride at a break-even trade. But let's say that you're making money. Let's say that that trade is moving. Well, guess what, guys? We're not going to stop. Why don't we put now our stop loss in profit? We can, in fact, now stop calling this a stop loss, and we can now call this a stop profit. And now, instead of it hitting and leaving you at zero, now your stop loss could be in the profit zone. Okay? Very, very cool. Okay? So trail your stop loss all the way. See, what would have happened if UJ would have continued on its way down? Simple. Keep trailing it on the way down. You can literally keep bringing this down, keep trailing your stop profit, guys, and ride it all the way through. Okay? Because guess what? If that thing keeps going to down here, why would you close? Just keep riding it out and continue riding your stop profit out all the way down and keep the bag going. Brenda, you got it? Awesome, okay? And yes, when you guys do a break-even stop loss, don't put it at the same number, because remember that your broker is gonna make money. So what you wanna do is you're gonna put it about 2 pips ahead so that when it stops you out, you don't take a little loss. So if the number was 108.56, if it's a sell, you could do like 108.55, you know, or 108, yeah, 108.55, because this is a Japanese pip count. So 108.55 or 108.54 will give you enough profits so that you're good, okay? So guys, remember that. Once your trade is winning, trail it with your stop profit, okay? Now, I want to give you the example out of the harmonic scanner, because look at this. It gives you 3 take profits. Now, if you're a trader here and you haven't even taken one trade, even on the Platinum Pack, open up your harmonic scanner and start taking trades. Now, let me show you here, and then we'll go ahead and go to maybe a live trade if there's one there available. So the way I would take this trade, especially on demo when you're starting out, you know, don't be scared. Just take the stinking trade. You don't care if it wins or loses. You just want to practice, okay? Here's your stop loss. Here's your entry point. Here's your take profit. You use your long position tool, click your entry price, move your red, move your green. There it is. That's your trade, okay? That's about a 1 to 1.7 trade, so that's almost 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. Not bad. And you can do it with the mindset of, hey, I'm gonna actually try to get this thing to go up to take profit 2. Okay, and now it's even a better risk to reward. Now it's 2.7. That's a great trade, guys. Great trade right there, right? But when you enter this, especially if you're gonna start using real money, start with take profit 1. Why? You don't want the market to reverse on you and you weren't paying attention and you had take profit 2 placed as your take profit, but you didn't know because you were at work. Always start with take profit 1 when you're not going to be able to pay attention or you're going to sleep, okay? And if you wake up or if you pay attention and you say, man, it's really close to take profit 1, then what you're going to do, guys, is you're going to now take your stop loss and you're going to move it up. Move your stop loss up to now a take profit level, okay? Take, first at break even, move your stop loss at break even, then you're going to put your stop loss at take profit 1, and you're going to move your take profit, and you're going to change it to, take profit 2, okay? So the idea is always trail your trade, and you're going to be able to catch more pips. Whether you do it with Gold Cup, whether you do it with Price Trap, when they send you the notification, put break even stop loss, that's what this means. Change the number on your MetaTrader 4 when you modify it, and now instead of where it says your stop loss, put a number very close to what the entry price is. If you don't know how to average it out, just put the right number for now, and eventually you'll know how to just add a few pips and protect your trade and now have a break even stop loss. Once you hit take profit 1, before it actually hits it, you can decide to change it to take profit 2, and then you can decide to move your stop loss into a more profitable zone and literally trail the whole way up, guys. So that's the concept that I wanted to share with you guys about how to take trades, what these trades mean, stop losses, take profits, okay, market execution, and different types of sell limits and buy limits. I hope this video has been helpful to you guys. Continue to trade, and here's the most important thing that you can do. Take a live trade right away, log into Swipe Trades, log into your Harmonic scanner and start taking trades right away, and it's going to help you guys become profitable traders. All right.